I decided to address the Ripper Hatter rubbish that comes from Clubhouse International, real chains in Seattle, Washington, as well as Mercy Hospital, Mercy Behavioral, the so-called Green Party, and how I think it indexes to this person, Kamala Harris. I used to feel that it would be a very good idea for people who were on the margins to stick together and do things for each other. But of course, there were people in power who got there first who had other ideas. One of the things that we're seeing with the Ripper Hatter situation at UW is that, for one thing, they fall back, they have a default position for using people they attacked and tortured for pornography. And they say that you didn't have permission to tell on us. You don't have permission to investigate us. You don't have permission to name us. You don't have permission to take our pictures. Nobody has the right, in other words, to report when they commit a cold-blooded homicide. And part of their shtick is that they come with the Jericho Project and people from corrections who say that things are so horrible here that we have to take prisoners, we have to take hostages, we have to take the symbol of the white Trump type. So that's how they justify it to themselves. And they show up in all poetry saying your resistance has made it 10 times harder on you and you're not entitled to property. You want to be out in the street? You want to live in your house? The post office follows your mail now. Okay, they followed the mail to the Kennedys and killed two of them. Tax the rich and exterminate the poor. I used to believe that's what they're doing. That's where they're coming from. They have hitmen. They have this doctrine of security. You're not allowed to protect yourself. It's like JFK wasn't allowed to protect himself from the people who were sitting next to him with intent to shoot him. It was his thought that he was better than John Lennon that led the spirits who now rule the United States incognito to do away with him. And the basic function of the evidence is exactly that they hired John Lennon to do a disappearer so they could use his so-called spirit to entertain people's ideas of, their own acceptance of being destroyed. Seattle lured, for years it looked like they were so humane to the homeless. That's what it looked like. They were allowing 10 cities, they were allowing them to come, but it was all to stage. This is the problem. This is the problem, and it can't be solved. It can't be solved anywhere so that when they released AIDS and COVID, they would be able to excuse themselves, That's what Seattle has really been doing. That's what the mindset of these psychos really is. And they put me through emergency rooms. I noticed, the clubhouse is on my side. Oh, I noticed that. I noticed that the clubhouse was on my side when it turned out that a deaf man had been tortured and used for pornography by the people who started AIDS. Oh, they were so indignant. They're on my side when the administration poisoned me in the mouth for some football riffraff who made off with the hussy they provided me, pretending she loved me. Oh, they were so on my side. They will stick up for you. Oh, my goodness, yes, indeed. And there was this pervert function to the unidentified registered nurse who castrated me. It was a pervert act. Can you imagine that? A hospital with a pervert militia who were castrating people for descent from the green people because Aaron doesn't like their color. And you have Bobby Yendo. Oh, the Northwest Asian Weekly thought he was so wonderful because he was Asian, and he doesn't want Confederate statues taken down. He's from David Duke country. What makes you think Aaron isn't from David Duke country, too? He's pulling the same BS. Okay, so we know what this means. Okay, they want your hard-boiled egg. It's the principle. They don't care about Kabbalah and her $400,000 a year untouchable people. They want that hard-boiled egg, white salt. It's so lovely. And they say, oh, but before the rain. Speak into the microphone, Mancini used to say. In other words, they're going to draft you for the political projects because you think that the law should be abided. And they're going to show you it don't work that way.